Very good morning, cadets. Hope you are all doing extremely well. We are in chapter number 1 of social and political life. The chapter is equality in Indian democracy. I'll quickly go through the slides. We studied about universal adult franchise system, various storyboards. Then we study about the other kinds of inequality practiced in India based on the caste. Very heart-touching story of Om Prakash Malmiki, Mr. and Mrs. Ansari we studied. We read about those stories. And finally we concluded that what's very important, that is dignity of human being is very important. In case of Om Prakash Valmiki and Mr. and Mrs. Ansari, what is violated is human dignity is violated. Later we studied about the Constitution of India, which protects the equality and ensures equality and various types of equality. One of the wonderful program that is about midday meal program implemented in various state governments, and a brave lady, Rosa Parks, she protested against the American government against the unjust treatment towards African Americans. That's all about this particular chapter, and we now at the fag end, that is what is Article 15 of Indian Constitution clearly explains. Indian Constitution consists of 395 articles and 12 schedules and 22 parts. 395 articles, the original articles of Indian Constitution. Now more than 100 articles are added to the Indian Constitution by amendment or changing. According to Article 15 of Indian Constitution, states shall not discriminate against any citizen on grounds only of religion, race, caste, gender, place of birth, or any one of them. Second, no citizen shall on ground only of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, or any of them be subjected to any disability, liability, restriction, or condition with regard to access to public places, shops, public restaurants, hotels, and places of public entertainment. The use of wells, tanks, bathing gardens, roads, and places of public resorts maintained wholly or partly out of state funds or dedicated to the use of general public. So, entry to a public place cannot be denied to a person on the basis of caste, race, place of birth, or his gender. This is the end of the chapter. So let us now go through question and answers of the chapter. Cadets, please note down very important points of the chapter, that is about universal adult franchise system, dignity, then meaning of constitution, then civil rights movement. 4 questions. The first one, in a democracy, why is universal adult franchise important? Second, reread the box on Article 15 and state two ways in which this article addresses inequality. Third, in what ways was Om Prakash Valmiki experience similar to that of Ansaris? Fourth, what do you understand by the term all persons are equal before law? Why do you think it's important in a democracy? Let us please write down. Let us check answer to the question number 1. In a democracy, why is universal adult franchise important? Let me clarify. It is called universal because it is given to all. It is called adult because it is given to the adult citizens. Okay. Universal adult franchise is important in a democracy. Point number 1. It is based on the principle of equality. Point number 2. It means that all adult, those who are above 18 and above, citizens have the equal right to vote. Third, it do not discriminate on the basis of social or economic backgrounds. Fourth, it is important aspect of democratic society. So why it's very important? The fourth one is very important because democracy, one of the greatest feature or important feature of democracy is elections. If you want to conduct election, definitely people should be or citizens should be provided voting rights. So that's must. Hope you completed. Question number 2. Reread the box on Article 15 and state two ways in which this article addresses inequality. Article 15 in a democracy of the Constitution prohibits discrimination on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. In two ways in which article addresses inequality. First one, it suggests state do not discriminate against any citizen on the grounds only on religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, or any one of them. Second, no citizen shall be subject to any disability or liability and restriction on the grounds only of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, or any one of them. Let us hope you completed question number 2. Let us move to question number 3. In what ways Om Prakash Valmiki's experience similar to that of the Ansari? The following ways Om Prakash Valmiki experience was similar to the Ansari. Both of them discriminated by the society on the basis of caste or religion. Om Prakash Valmiki was insulted in the school. He was asked to clean the ground. He was ill treated. He was asked to sit on the ground. All above discrimination is done because he belongs to the lower caste. Mr. and Mrs. Ansari, they were denied apartment because of their religion. Second, dignity and self-respect of both of them get violated, which we studied in detail that in the case of Mr. and Mrs. Ansari or Om Prakash Valmiki, what was violated here is nothing but dignity of individual. Dignity of individual is violated. Third, both suffered from unequal treatment. In both the cases, he suffered from a unequal treatment. Cadets, hope you written answer. Okay. Question number 4. What do you understand by the term all persons are equal before the law? Why do you think it's important in a democracy? Answer. The term all persons are equal before law means that everyone will be given justice before law by treating them equal. From the president of the country to the common people, all are treated equal before the law. Continuing the answer, the question got two parts. The second part is, why do you think it's important in a democracy? Answer to that, it is important in a democracy because democracy suggests that no one should be treated on unequal basis because of their wealth, caste, color, religion, gender, etc. Second, it ensures that no one will be given more preference for the same crime. Third, it provided the people equal opportunity to defend themselves in public court irrespective of their socio-economic position. Regarding this, you study in detail in class 8th. Even a poorest of the poor also not denied justice in the court of law. If a person is not able to hire a lawyer, then it's a duty of the government to arrange a lawyer. This you study in class 8th in the case of IPC, the Indian Penal Code, or how Indian justice system works. Fourth, it also reflects the true nature of Indian democracy. Now question number 5, it's not a question number 5, you have to write the opinion of yours. The Government of India passed Disabilities Act of 1995. The law states that the person with disabilities have equal right and that of government should make possible their full participation in the society. The government has to provide free education and integrate children with disability into mainstream schools. This law also states that all public places including buildings, schools, etc. should have accessible to and provided with the ramps. It is one of the precondition in the CBSE schools that if the every school, CBSE school should give admission to the children with the disabilities, maybe physical disabilities, in the sense they may be affected with the polio or deaf and dumb, blind, whatever it may be. And the school infrastructure should arrange accordingly. Now you can see here one boy, young boy, he is in a wheelchair. Now he is unable to move because there is no ramp there. So when there is no ramp, this boy, you see this boy, he is supposed to, now he is forced to take help from others. Now imagine when he is lifted like this and he is helped by others, what is his feeling? Because he may feel that, oh, because of me 2-3 are suffering. So when a person, that makes him to feel that he is deprived or he is not equal to others. So it is the duty of the government to provide facilities like ramps so that he can easily move with his wheelchair. Look at the photograph and think about the boy who is being carried down the stair. Do you think the above law is being implemented in his case? What need to be done to make building more accessible for him? How would this being carried downstairs affect the dignity as well as his safety? So what is he violated here? Because the building do not have ramps. So that is the violation of rule. So as a result, he felt very sad. So look at this photograph. So that is the, look at the photograph, and what do you think the above law is being implemented in this case? What is the need to be done to building more accessible and carry down? So this is the answer. Okay, this is the answer to the question. So please write down the answer. Okay. So I completed chapter number 1 of social and political life. We will proceed with the chapter number 2 tomorrow, means in my next video lessons. Take care. Wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much.